Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Access ASU Sparky Spotlights. My name is Marcelino. I am the Director of Educational Outreach and Partnerships for Access ASU. And it is wonderful to have you here. We are continuing to share information with you in order to ensure that we are creating college cultures wherever you happen to be. And we've got a very special program today because we're going to be talking about new student orientation and what that's like. And in order to guide us through this process, I've got my colleague with me, Alex Zager. He is a coordinator senior for new student programs. Alex, welcome to the program. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me, Marcelino. And hello, everyone watching the video. We're excited to join you and talk about orientation today.
Awesome. So Alex, what is new student orientation?
Yeah, it's an exciting thing. First off, I want to say that it's an exciting opportunity. I like to say that it's really kind of the front door step here at ASU. Obviously, our students, they're going through the admissions process, but directly after that, they come to us, and that's new student orientation. It's an exciting day. It's a jam-packed day where we're welcoming our students. We're helping them to get their Sun cards. We're connecting them with housing. We're engaging them in conversations about what we call Sun Devil life. What does it mean to be involved on campus? How do you get engaged on campus? How do you make the most of your ASU experience and have that mindset from the very beginning when you're walking through our doors here at orientation? We're also connecting students with the academic college side of their experience. So each student is getting an opportunity to get a welcome from their specific college and start the advising and the registration piece. There's an opportunity for them to inquire and ask questions and get answers during the program from live students and from leadership and some resources and services here at ASU. We talk about a lot of the different resources that ASU offers, and we encourage our students to utilize those services from the very beginning. Now, like I mentioned, it's a lot to take in, this whole idea of college, but we try to make it an exciting time because joining ASU is an exciting thing. And we just want to equip you with all of the knowledge to be successful from the very beginning. And we do a good job.
Yeah, it sounds like a jam-packed day filled with information and resources and contacts. So who is new student orientation for? So it's obviously for the incoming students, but who in particular?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Now we host a lot of different orientation programs for our first year students, for our transfer students, and for our international students. Again, we want to make sure everybody's successful, but the ones I'm talking about today are specifically for our first year incoming students and their families or support systems or guests that they'd like to have join them at the programs. So
are families required to attend to join their students in order to support them? Are they required to attend?
No, not at all. We don't require our families at all to attend. Our students, we do highly encourage and require them to attend. It is when they're getting their classes. But we do encourage our families to attend if they're interested. Any guests or any support systems around that student, we want to bring into our Sun Devil family and make sure that they have the success too, or they have the opportunity to help that student succeed, right? They're joining our larger ASU family, but they're still family. They were family before they even walked in as a Sun Devil. So we're bringing them in as well. And we'd love to have them.
Great. So how does a student sign up for new student orientation?
Great question. So the first thing, if you want to be a Sun Devil, is to, of course, work through the admissions process, making sure that you're on the ASU admissions site and making sure that you're admitted. Once you are admitted, you'll then be prompted on your My ASU page, your myasu.edu. If you haven't seen that page yet, if you're going to be a Sun Devil, you will. You'll be very familiar with that page. But on that page, you'll see the upper right-hand corner is a list of your tasks or my tasks. First thing would be to pay your enrollment deposit. And this secures your place in our incoming student class. And once your position is secured in the student class, you're then prompted to select a date for your orientation program. Our entire season hosts 90 plus different orientation programs, but they're split up by different colleges. So depending on which college you're on, that link would take you and show you a list of which dates are still available for you to select and jump in on the orientation. We're still early in the season, so there's still lots of dates to be had and lots of students to orient to ASU.
Awesome. So students apply for ASU, they get admitted, they pay their enrollment fees, and then on their My ASU page, and if you're not familiar with it and you're going to be a Sun Devil, you're going to be very familiar with my ASU page.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have their task, and that's where they click on orientation, and they can select the date that fits within their schedule.
Yep, absolutely. And then it'll show you, it'll ask for some information. It'll ask if you need any accommodations, which date you're looking for. And it'll ask you if you want to add any guests, and you can always adjust that at any time.
Awesome. Alex, so we have a current, unique situation. How is new student orientation taking place this year for our class of 2024? How are you navigating new student orientation at the moment?
Sure. So we're leaning in, we're taking advantage of the technology. We're utilizing Zoom and webinars to host our orientation programs. What we've seen is we're still getting the content across. The students are engaging. There's a lot of opportunity to engage even through the camera with other students and with our current students. What happens is that the students, after they choose their date, they're then sent information. They're sent a link, the date and the time to log in. And from there, all the other students and families that are registered for that day, they pile into the same webinar. They kind of get into the same room, just like in our in-person programs. And we start our presentations. Again, talking about Sun Devil life. We're welcoming you to the ASU, talking about resources, questions, and answers. And after a certain part of the presentation, we then pass them to their academic college. Again, through a webinar service. We're managing all that collectively together in the background. The colleges are sharing all of that information. And then lastly, at the end of their day, they are joining a third webinar, Q&A session really, with just students to students, asking any of those questions, any big questions of, how am I going to be successful in college? This is so scary, to, all right, is the food good? Like any question in between. And all of them are good questions. There's never a dumb question in those sessions. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the real important stuff, right? If I'm a Sun Devil, how is the food? And
yeah, exactly.
At the new student orientation. So, Alex, what happens for folks who are watching this video and who have additional questions that maybe you and in our short conversation? What resources? How can we help those folks?
Sure. Real easy. Like I said, we're talking about orientation. It's orientation@asu.edu. If you email that, we will get back to you surprisingly quick. We're working hour after hour to make sure all of our students and families, guests, know what the next step is in all of this, especially with all the changes that are currently happening. So,
and what if we have parents who might have questions, but they don't feel comfortable emailing? Is there a phone number that you can provide for those folks?
Absolutely. So you can call 480-965-2880. And that phone number will be answered by any of our student workers or of our staff that are happy to answer any questions that you have.
Awesome. Alex, thank you so much for joining us today. I vividly remember my student orientation at ASU a few years ago. I remember walking out of there with my Sun card and feeling like that was the first step in becoming a Sun Devil. So thank you for taking me down memory lane, but then also for getting this information for students. And we're really excited to welcome ASU's class of 2024.
No, this was great. I really appreciate this. Thank you for setting this up. And I'll see those Sun Devils coming in very soon. We're excited to have you.
Awesome. Everybody, go Devils.
Go Devils.